We all love to celebrate anything positive in our lives, be it birthdays, be it anniversaries, be it anything positive, basically. And this was not different for Mukola Overex, who on his day was his birthday around May. He decided to invite friends, he decided to invite families to celebrate this special day with him. And he went all out. He went to a very famous hotel. He went there, and those around, friends and family, said he spent lavishly on that day. He went all out. And when it was done, just imagine having such fun, being happy, and all of that. Then, weeks later, this same young man decided to commit suicide. This is the case of a promising young man in his early 20s in Delta State around June, just weeks after his birthday, committed suicide in a very gruesome manner. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed and stay tuned for the rest of the story. Mukoro Rex is a male resident of Orumala Street in Ogweli, metropolis of Delta State. And for most of us who do not know where Delta State is situated, Delta State is situated in the south region of Nigeria. Yes. On this particular day, on 4th of June, Mukoro Rex ran to the community town hall and was using broken bottles to stab themselves. And people were surprised. Bystanders, lookers around the residents were trying to stop him. And when anybody tries to come close to him, he intensifies the stab wounds and he keeps inflicting these injuries on him without even feeling such pains. And people were shocked what could have happened. Mukorove Rex is a male resident of Oromala Street in Ogweli Metropolis in Delta State. And for most of us who do not know where Delta State is actually situated, Delta State is situated at the south region of Nigeria. Mukorove Rex was quite known in his area since it was a close-knitted community at Oteri in the north of Ogweli Council area in Delta State. He was also known as Close Betting for friends around. He was known as Close Betting. So after the birthday, for me, Mukoro was someone who was jovial, who was nice to people. He was jovial, he was outgoing, he wasn't an introvert, he was actually an extrovert. So for the fact that he committed suicide was a case that needed to be investigated, and actually most persons do not know about the story, but I feel I need to bring it out so that people can actually know about Mukuro Virex. Prior to the day he committed suicide, Mukuro was actually exhibiting strange and weird behaviors that his mother noticed and decided to take him to church for prayers. And he was going to church, he was getting prayers, but he was still exhibiting such weird behaviors. Not until 4th of June, in the process of being in church, being prayed for, he ran away from church and went to the community town hall, which is at Oteri. He ran there, and that was where he took broken bottles and was stabbing himself. If you look at the pictures, you will see how he was so nonchalant about the injuries he was inflicting on himself. He was stabbing the wounds, intensifying the wounds, and whenever people try to stop him, he goes deeper, he cuts deeper. And people were sad, people were confused, people were trying to make him stop, but he wasn't stopping. This was someone that just celebrated his birthday in a very grand style. Now this is someone committing suicide. What really went wrong? Could this be a case of suicide? Could this be a case of drug overdose? Could it be a case of ritualism? Because most persons say that he was an internet fraudster. Most persons said he was involved in this Yahoo Yahoo. So most persons were of the opinion, this is not from me, most persons were from the opinion that he was actually an internet fraudster and he must have committed something and the ritual didn't go well with him. For someone who spent lavishly just weeks ago for his birthday and now started behaving strangely. And this was so bizarre and so weird that people were trying to stop him. Whenever people go close to him, he intensifies the injury. Not until people called police, and when Ove saw that police was nearby, he used the broken bottle and slit his own throat, and that was how he died on the spot. It's a very strange case because most persons felt that he was being suicidal, It could be that he had been depressed. It could be that he had taken drugs and this was drug OD, drug overdose. But most persons were of the opinion that he actually committed something and he has kept his hand into something that was not right. And after this case, the police has not said anything. They've not been any investigations, no reports, and the case has been closed. This happened on the 4th of June 2018, and this is 2023. Mukoro Overex is dead and gone, and we do not know his side of the story. All we know is that he was happy the next minute, and the next minute he was being suicidal. He didn't care how deep the wounds were, he didn't care how deep the cuts were. He kept using the bottles to stab himself over and over and over again. And his mother was watching, his sisters were watching. So far, we don't know if he had siblings, but I guess he had relatives. I guess he had friends. And now another theory was that he was gay. If you look at this picture, you will see that he took a picture with a friend, and the title was Perfect Too. So most persons were of the opinion also that he was gay, and because of him being gay, probably people around the community were not accepting to such homophobic stuff and decided to commit suicide. Allegedly. We do not know how sure it is. So a lot of theories, but Mukoro Rex is dead and gone, and to date we do not know what made him commit such suicidal actions. We do not know what made him commit such gruesome acts. We do not know what made him commit such strange behaviors. But we all need to be careful out there. I brought up this story so we need to be careful. We need to be careful. If you are being depressed, if you are mentally unstable, please talk to friends and family. If you are sad, please talk to people around you. If you are into drugs, please try to abstain from drugs. And if you're an internet fraudster, please find something better else to do. This is a very sad case of a young, promising boy in his early 20s who died in a very horrific and gruesome manner.